Alright, I guess it's time we start. Yes, we are going for the Trails game. Welcome to the stream, Kiza. We are starting with Trails games, with the Trails games series. I know literally nothing about this series, by the way. I have never played them. I have not engaged with the content at all. I just know what people have been telling me, and that is actually very little. There's a lot of hype for them. There's a lot of hype around these games that I really want to engage with, you know? I really want to engage with the hype, especially in Xenoblade circles. Like, every time I'm in somewhere in a Xenoblade community, people talk very highly about these games. Very highly. So my expectations are kind of high. I'm trying to keep them as low as possible to not get overhyped. But yeah. There's a shit ton of games in this series. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. People have been telling me once you start the first game, you definitely want to jump into the second game immediately. So, you know, that's why I'm playing them now. Also, there's a remake coming out of this game, the first Trails in the Sky. Gotta see what that is about. I have no idea about anything. I have not seen the characters really, except like the main characters, because I needed to make a thumbnail. That's like literally... Sorry. That's like literally all of the engagement I had to the series so far. They are quite old. They are on Steam, but they were released in 2004. That makes them 20 years old, especially Trails in the Sky. Trails in the Sky as a series that itself has like 3 entries, I think. And then there's like tons of other entries with the Trails name. So yeah, I'm going through this completely blind. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea about the battle system. I have no idea about anything really. What this game is going to entail. And it's going to be a little bit crazy, I think. But yeah, the reason that I'm starting now is because I know once the Switch 2 comes out, and there's tons of new games coming out on the Switch 2 as well, I won't have the time anymore. We just came off of Xenoblade X, and I think now is a good time to start. And if I don't ever start, I'll probably never get into the series, you know. So yeah, also there's a new one coming out this year, by the way. I just saw like there's a new entry in the series coming out that is like a completely new one, I think. Let me double check something while we're at it before I go into this. How many entries are there in the series? I actually want to double check this real quick. Let me look this up. So yeah, trails. They just literally divided up in the... So there's Trails in the Sky, Trails in the Sky SC, Trails in the Sky 3rd, that's the first 3. Trails from Zero, Trails to Azure, Trails to Cold Steel 1 through 4, Trails into Reverie, Trails for Daybreak, and Trails Beyond the Horizon is like, I think, the new one, right? There's so many of these. They also seem to have really, really good, like, they seem to have really, really good music, and Xenoblade fans love them a lot. So that makes me kind of wonder about the quality of the writing and everything. It's definitely a long series to get into. That takes like forever, you know, probably for us. But yeah, I'd appreciate it if you stuck through with me, and we'll probably have a lot of fun, I think. Getting this game to run was actually quite a challenge, by the way, on my PC. But yeah, I don't know what else to do in my preamble stream. Obviously, it's going to involve a lot of reading. It's an old game without voice acting, so we're going to read a lot. It's going to be Xenogears level of reading, I think. But yeah, I'm trying my best to get into the series. I think now was the best time to get into it. It's a long series, it's a long game. We're going to do the best that we can, really, I think. And I hope it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, if you want to go blind and after the first game, that's okay. I'll probably take breaks in between as well. You know, I might do a thing where I play like Trails in the Sky, all 3 of them, and then just take a break from it a bit, or something like that. I'll see where we stop. Probably play some other games in between, obviously, because I think this is going to go into the Switch 2 release in terms of length. So yeah, we'll have a bunch of streams there. At one point I also want to play Deltarune, chapter 1 and 2. But yeah, that comes after this, I think. I'll have to break it up, yeah. I don't know, do we want to rip the band-aid off? I have had the game open for a while right now. So yeah, I'll try my best at voicing and like reading all of it out loud. Hopefully it's not going to be too jarring, but I think it's going to be okay. I think we're going to rip the band-aid off. Let me quickly change the settings. And here we are. Trails in the sky. It works on Steam with a controller as well, so that's actually a good thing, I hope. But yeah, it's made by Falcom, which I have never encountered really as a company. I know literally nothing. It's so weird because I know absolutely nothing about this. So coming up with a stream thumbnail and everything was so hard to do. I don't even know how I kept myself away from it for so long, really. You know, I've kept myself away from this for so long, for whatever reason. I don't even know. Let's go. Let's start this adventure. We're going for normal. Obviously. Goes right into it, huh? Ooh. Daddy's really late. I haven't got a message from the guild saying he'd be home today too. And Shira's gone traveling around the kingdom on some kind of training. I'm so bored. Maybe I'll just practice with my staff a bit more before dinner. Hey, I'm home. Daddy. Sorry to have kept you waiting, Estelle. Did you take good care of the house while I was away? I'll probably have trouble reading. Of course I did. Did you run into any trouble, Daddy? You didn't get hurt fighting the bad monsters, did you? Nope, I'm fit as a fiddle. That reminds me though, I brought you a present. Really? What kind of present? A new fishing pole? Sneakers? Something for my training? Maybe I raised you wrong, Estelle. And little girls supposed to like clothes and jewelry. I like pretty clothes, but they just get dirty. And jewelry breaks when you go play outside with it on. Anyway, Daddy, what's with the big blanket? Is that my present? Oh, you're a sharp one. Now, why don't you come have a look? That's a weird way of phrasing it as a present. It's like a boy. What? Well, here you are. Quite a handsome boy, don't you think? What the fuck? Sorry. That's not a present to give your daughter. Holy shit. What? Why is my present a boy? Don't make such a fuss or you'll wake him up. Waking up? You mean he's still alive? Looks kind of dead if you ask me. I've treated his wounds, so he should be in stable condition. In the meantime, however, we'll need to let him rest. I'll put him to bed, so if you wouldn't mind heating a kettle of water on the stove, I'd appreciate it. Okay. He sure sleeps soundly. And he almost looks the same age as me. This is the first time I've ever seen black hair like that too. He certainly does have a nice head of dark hair. And a pair of amber eyes to go with it. That's nice and all, but how about you come clean and fess up? Fess up? Yeah, who is this kid anyway? And why is he hurt? Why did you bring him to our house? Is he an illegitimate child or something? Did you betray mommy? I don't know. If your daughter jumps to that. Where have you been picking up these kinds of words? Not up from Sherazard, I assume? Yep, that's right. For heaven's sake, that girl is going to get me into trouble one of these days with all her nonsense. Actually, I just met this boy while I was out on business. And I don't even know his name. Do you mean bracer business? Something like that. Oh, look. Huh? He's waking up. Wow, his eyes really are the color of amber. They really are. Huh? Where am I? So you're awake now, are you? Welcome to my humble home. You'll be safe here, so please just try to rest. What are you trying to pull? Huh? You must be out of your mind. Why didn't you just leave me there to die? Why? No, that's a question I don't know how to answer. Does things just work out that way work for you? Don't toy with me, Cassius Bright. That's a weird name, Cassius. Do you have any idea what you're getting yourself involved in? Hey! You're sure shouting a lot for someone who's supposed to be heard. Running your mouth like that is just gonna make it take longer for your body to heal. And just who are you supposed to be? I'm Estelle. Estelle Bright. She's my daughter. Don't you remember me telling you that I have a daughter your age? Now that you mention it. Wait a minute. Don't try and change the sub. Ow. Quit yelling. Alright already. But you jumping on me like that isn't going to make me heal any faster either. I don't hear you yelling again, do I? By the way, the artwork is pretty. I have to say the semi 3D models, the 3D models with like that weird over the top camera, and the artwork is pretty. I dig the style so far. Look, jumping on me like that is going to make things worse. Do I hear Y-E-L-L-I-N-G? Never mind, just forget it. As a word of advice, it would be wise not to argue with Estelle while you're in this house. Even I wouldn't stand a chance if I made her mad enough. Yeah, I can see that. By the way, aren't you forgetting something? Huh? Your name, you know that thing people call you. I told mine already, so don't you think it would be unfair and impolite not to tell me yours? It seems like the logical thing to do if you ask me. Trying to hide it now would only serve to your detriment. Fine. My name is... Oh. Oh, we get an intro cutscene? I like that. I like that. The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky. I like intro cutscenes. I really do. I have, by the way, no idea what this game is about at all. You know? No idea where it plays, what time era it's supposed to be in. Nothing. far a lot of stuff already. So far it seems a very bright and colorful game, I have to say. Oh my god, someone's actually cooking. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to cough into the mic. I don't know if this is part of my PC. I might have to fiddle with the settings a bit, but... You know, the disappearing things, like the chair and over there, I don't think that's supposed to happen. Ugh, it's so bright in here. I slept like a rock. That must mean it's Dad's turn to cook this morning. I wonder if that means Joshua's still in bed. Ah, guess that's a no. Well, I guess I better get myself ready then, too. Yeah, I don't think that's supposed to happen. Once we're out of this... Once I finish the stream, I'll be sure to set up and check if I can set things up better for next time. Nice, Joshua. Bravo. Good morning, Estelle. I hope I didn't wake you. No, I was already up when I heard you start to play. I can't believe how awake you are, though. Even the roosters still have bags under their eyes. Not that I mind, what with that siren song of yours gently lulling this beautiful woman from her slumber. What do you mean, woman? We're the same age and I'm hardly a man. Tisk, tisk, tisk. How wrong you are, Joshua. We may be the same age, but I'm clearly the woman of the house. And that makes you something like my loyal follower, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, how fortunate for you. You could at least try and sound a tiny bit sincere. It really is a nice tune though. Cheerful, yet somehow wistful. I like your other songs too, of course, but this one's my favorite. What's it called again? The Whereabouts of Light. That's right, The Whereabouts of Light. I wish I could play the harmonica like you, Joshua. Sadly, it's a lot harder than it looks. It's kind of distracting me a bit. Like having that pop in on the side. Compared to what it takes to use a staff, I think the harmonica is much easier. It's really just a matter of concentration. You're probably right. I guess my problem is just that I don't do something that uses my whole body. I start to feel... Sorry guys. You're probably right. I guess my problem is that if I don't do something that uses my whole body, I start feeling drowsy. Okay, playing the harmonica is fine and all, but how about getting some exercise too? All your hobbies are sitting around kind of stuff, like reading and music. No girl is gonna be impressed with just that. Well, excuse me for being so unpopular with the ladies. Although I feel like I should be the one lecturing you about your hobbies. I mean, what kind of boy wants a girl who loves fishing, collecting bugs, and has a fetish for sports shoes? That's enough talk about hobbies for now. And for your information, I graduated from bug collecting a long time ago. Really? I'll believe that when I stop finding beetles in the hallway. Hey, Estelle, Joshua. Morning, Dad. Good morning, Dad. Is breakfast ready? It's ready and waiting. Why don't the both of you hurry down before it gets cold? Okay. I'm on my way. Oh my god. Thanks for the grub, Dad. Boy, am I stuffed. Are you eating or inhaling, Estelle? Like people say, kids who eat and sleep a lot grow a lot. Well, make sure you get enough to eat, but don't forget to pour that energy into your work too. And that reminds me, you two are finishing up your training at the guild today, aren't you? That's right, it'll be a review of everything we've learned up to this point. And once we're finished, we'll be bracers just like you, Dad. That means I'm not going to let you treat me like a kid anymore either. You still lack understanding, Estelle. You can only become a junior bracer in the beginning, or in other words, a trainee. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you should work extra hard in your training to become a full-fledged bracer. Well, I'm not afraid of a little hard work. Just you watch and see what I'm capable of, Dad. I'll be so successful that it won't be long before I pass you too. That's the spirit. Let's see what you're made of then, shall we? Let's not start a rivalry here, you two. And Estelle, keep your focus on the task at hand. We have a test later on today, remember? Huh? Wait, what test? Please tell me that you didn't forget about the test, Estelle. You know, the one that checks whether or not we've mastered the skills we've been learning in training. Don't you remember Shira saying that if we failed, we'd be stuck with a ton of extra homework? Crap, totally forgot. Now that you mention it, I guess I kind of remember her saying something like that. Don't sweat it, I'm sure we'll manage somehow or other. I honestly don't know how you survived this long, Estelle. Your brain is like a sieve. Papa is sad. How could any child of mine end up with such a careless, over-optimistic personality? Ha, you're the one that raised me, so I definitely got it from you. I swear the two of you act so much alike, but whatever. We should probably head over to the guild soon, Estelle. Shira's going to be waiting there for us. Sounds like a plan. You know how crazy scary she gets when someone keeps her waiting. Oh, before I forget, it's my turn to cook dinner tonight. Is there anything in particular you'd like to eat, Dad? Any requests? Something I'd like to eat, huh? This is always the most pressing question in our household, as well. And it's the most annoying question you have to tackle. What are you gonna eat? How about ruined-style scallop fish in a balsamic vinegar sauce? Oh, what's that? I think that's a little more than Estelle's cooking skills can handle, or our stomachs. You're right, I just wanted to see what kind of reaction I could get. I'll just have the usual fried fish and omelette. No need for anything fancy, but do try to make something edible. How rude, but I can't actually say he's wrong. Actually, I do have one favor to ask before I head out. I'd like you to pick me up a copy of the Liberal News from General Goods Store. They're supposed to be getting the latest edition in today. Got it. One copy of the is it Liberal? Liberal. I think Libel News, right? From General Goods Store. 500 Mira. If there's any money left over, you can have it as your allowance. However, that means no wasteful spending. Alright, thanks, Dad. Okay, we're heading out now. See you later, Dad. Work hard and give Sherazard my regards. Oh my god, I'm controlling. Oh. Oh my god. Wait, this is the B. Is this the B button or the menu button? Weird. It feels a bit fast, doesn't it? Also, these objects are so weird. Why do they do this? It feels a bit fast, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Oh. We can control the camera. This actually makes it feel like Xenogears a lot. I like that. I like that style. Probably can't zoom in, right? Nope. Well, you can actually use the right stick to control this, by the way. Okay, so areas like these are camera locked, it seems. Oh god, it's getting worse. Can we go in here? I didn't even check what I did. Okay, you can... You see an icon when you can interact with stuff. Oh god, it's really getting worse. Everything's disappearing. Oh my god, I think the whole game's falling apart. I'll definitely have to check a fix for next time. If there's a fix somehow of this. Also, it has a mini-map. There's a standing log for staff practice. Interesting. I am pretty thorough the first time I go through a game, usually. Elise Highway. North Rollins. South. Whatever that is. We'll have to see. We are at the very beginning. City of Rollins. Oh god, there's so many things in this town that can disappear. It looks like we made good time. Not too early or too late either. We just barely graduated from Sunday school. I never dreamed we'd have to study so hard to become bracers. Well, you're in luck. Today is our last day of training. Truth be told though, you're the one who signed up to be a bracer in the first place, so I don't know why you'd expect to get away with any less effort. Oh yeah, I guess I did. Alright then. Let's get to it and make it through the last hazing from Shira. You look ready to me. Let's go meet with Shira in the Bracer Guild over there then. Ooh, towns. I like the sprite work. The sprite work is good. Is it? The thing that confuses me, I think it's still a 2D sprite, right? Pretty sure. That the characters are 2D sprites. Or are they actual 3D models? I don't think they're 3D models, I think they're sprites. The weather is so wonderful and revitalizing today. I have this strange feeling that something good is going to happen. Let's visit everyone. Well, look what the cat dragged in. Estelle and Joshua, how have you been? Good morning, Mr. Fate. Good morning, sir. How's your father Cassius? Is he doing well? Yep, he's doing well, he's doing so well it might even surprise you. I don't think there's anyone else his age who's in such good shape. Huh, is that so? My daughter's really wanted to see him, but he hasn't shown his face around here in a while. Could you give him a message for me? Tell him that Fate says he'd like to talk about the old days sometimes. Sure, we'll tell him. Hey Joshua. How does Mr. Fate know Dad so well again? I know they're friends and all, but... I've heard that they were battle buddies during their days in the Royal Army. Oh yeah, that's right. That's a very small house compared to ours. Oh my god, so much to explore. Oh. There's very little to interact with, but you can literally go everywhere. My husband works in the Malga mine to the north of here. The visuals are great. I really enjoy them as well. He left here at the crack of dawn. Sometimes he doesn't even come home for days on end. The only thing that I don't know. It gives me weird... Like, the game so far gives me weird... 2010s area Flash game vibes. So far. We're probably going to get into it. And it's probably going to blow everything wide open. But so far... I'm getting 2010 Flash games vibes. Especially the menu at the bottom, like the HP bar and the EP bar and whatever. My daddy's job is digging holes. And he finds a lot of pretty rocks inside. He says they're called septium. And the UI seems very bare bones, I have to say. I like the equipment UI. Like this UI, I really dig. This one looks really cool. I'm not going to get into anything yet. But yeah, the general talking UI seems very bare bones. But... Ah, that girl is so cute. I've got to be courageous and try to talk to her. But yeah, I really enjoy the visuals. The visual quality is really good. Hey, I'm still setting up shop. Ah, Estelle and Joshua, you seem to be here rather early. Good morning, Mr. Melders. Good morning, sir. We appreciate you fixing that Orbment light the other day. Speaking of Orbment lights, isn't the one outside our house burned out? We should get that replaced ASAP. Orbments sure are a daily life necessity, aren't they? When I was a lad, there weren't any of these Orbment thingies. Now we can get fire and light with a mere flip of a switch. And even ships fly in the skies. I don't like it. Don't you kids think things are way too convenient these days? Oh crap, there he goes again about the old days. Yeah, well, if you just learn to shut your big trap. When I was young, I made things a reality through hard work and sweat. Sweat, I tell ya. You're probably right. I didn't even bother reading that one. Hey, if it isn't Joshua and Estelle, how are those Orbments working out for you that we tuned the other time you were here? In your case, Estelle, it's not whether the Orbment is good or bad. The problem lies in the way you use it. You're always jumping into things without a second thought, so you end up being slow to learn. If you just start thinking before you'd start swinging, then you'd learn twice as much. Well, excuse me for sucking. There, no need to get upset. Everyone has these problems when they first start out. If you can't get the hang of things, you'll gradually be able to handle them better. That's right. I'm going to master using this as quick as I can and surpass even Joshua. Yeah, whatever. So far I like the characters. When I first entered this size central factory, I pretty much couldn't use one of those things either. Even you couldn't use one, Freddy? Yeah, but I can still become an engineer even if I can't use one. But since you're aiming to become a bracer, you'll have to learn now. Okay. Okay. Oh, it literally tells you what the thing is before you enter it. That's actually a nice detail. General goods. Good morning, Mr. Renon. Hello there, Estelle and Joshua. You're up rather early today. Did you come to buy a new pair of shoes? Now that you mention it, are there any new ones in stock? You know, like the newest Striggers? Unbelievable. You actually already forgotten why we came in here to begin with. We're not here to shop. We're supposed to be buying a copy of Lightbar News for that, right? Aha, of course. You've always been a big collector of those shoes, haven't you, Estelle? I'm afraid that the new Striggers aren't out yet. If you're after the latest issue of the Libel News, though, I should have them in around noon. Noon, huh? That's right in the middle of our training at the guild house. We'll stop by again after our training is over. I'm sure I'll be waiting for you. I don't know if it's the fixed camera angle that does this. I think it might be an issue of the game. The game the game has a few objects that spawn in and out to save, like, on power, graphical power maybe, and that's causing the issue maybe. The only thing so far that's disappointing and not like Xenogears is that you can't jump. The morning is so crisp. Let's see it about the time I water my lovely flowers. Like, you can see it with the stairs. Kinda, you know? Because they are not there. I don't know what's causing this. We'll have to see. I'll see if I can fix it. For next time we play this game. Let's check out everything, really. Top of the morning to you, kids. Good morning, Mr. Alga. Good morning, sir. Well, you're up rather early, aren't you? Correct me if I'm wrong, but today is your last day of training, isn't it? I seem to remember you saying something about it the last time I had you run the store. Yes, that's right. I see. Well, I'm sure you'll do just fine, Joshua. Now, Estelle, on the other hand, I've got good reason to worry. She's always been a bit scatterbrained ever since she was a child. Probably all the knocks she took to the head playing with the boys. Really? So I guess that scatterbrain trait isn't something new, huh? I'll give you a head injury if you don't shut up. And don't call me scatterbrained. Okay, you two, let's not fight now. And shouldn't you be getting over to the guild? We should. But... oh, God. Good morning, Stella. Oh my, well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua. Are you on your way to bracer training? Yeah, and just you watch. I'm going to pass this exam and be a good bracer Shira too. You're darn right you are. I have faith in you. By the way, Estelle, why are you looking at me like that? Did you wash your face? How about your teeth? Did you brush them too? Joshua's so fastidious, but you always forget to take care of yourself. Come on, that was a long time ago. I don't do that anymore, right, Joshua? Now that you mention it, you did take off from home the other day with your hair all in a mess, right? That was only because it was an emergency. Mr. Renan got the newest Strega brand sneakers in the other day. Estelle, yes, you listen to me carefully. For a girl your age, you need to take care of these things. If your appearance is messy, you won't look like someone that people can trust, even if you are a bracer. Your appearance is a reflection of what is on the inside. Alright, I'll be more careful from now on. Well, that's that. Now, how about the both of you get on over to the guilds? Holy shit. Honestly, Estelle is taking quite a beating in these conversations. Like, holy shit. Can people just get off of her case? Oh, Estelle and Joshua. And Luke and Pat with you today. They were just here a minute ago. The two of them suddenly took off and went somewhere. Honestly, now I just want Estelle to win at everything. Just to shut these people up. I'm just on my way over to the forest of Mistwell to the south of here for work. There was a merchant from Bose who came over here to buy lumber. I need to get enough ready to get the order I received. Oh my god, the city is huge. Roland's Landing Port. A lot of people will leave from Roland today, and a lot of people will come, which means a lot of chicks will pass through his score. Staring at these girls is one of my simple pleasures. You know what I mean, right, Joshua? Sure, buddy. Alan, you never change a bit. All this nonsense is the reason why you can't get a girlfriend. You wound me, Estelle. But it's because of this enjoyment that I feel that it's worth doing this job. It's a paradise. This guy's a serious nut job. He is. Dangerous combustible objects prohibited. Interesting. Oh, this is a... I don't even know what this is supposed to be. It doesn't look like train tracks, really. I think it's probably for airships, right? Because we were seeing airships in the intro, and they were talking about airships earlier. Scheduled flight from Gransel is about to arrive. I better start... Oh, God damn it. This is the entrance to traffic control tower. It looks like this is where they control the lighting devices and the boarding bridge. I think it's an airport, a port for airships. Shoot, today of all days I slept in. I must have had one too many cold ones last night. You do you, buddy. Oh. It's actually funny that you can take a look around so much. Not much to see here, but the city is fucking huge. If I look at everything, I'll probably be here tomorrow. Where does this lead? It's almost time to start our training, Estelle. Let's over to the guild house on South Avenue. Alright. Okay, the game at least stopped me there. I was like, does the game want to stop me at all? Clock tower. Oh. Mr. Paddington. Now I know that voice from somewhere. Ho ho ho. Well, what have we got here? Cassio's naughty daughter and clever son, huh? Just when I thought you hadn't been around in a while, you show up all grown. Are you here every day, Mr. Paddington? This place has become somewhat of a new home for me. I intend to spend the remainder of my days guarding this clock. There's a ladder that goes up to the observation. What's wrong, Estelle? Something on your mind? It's nothing really. How about we climb up to the observation deck? Sure, I guess. Can we actually take a look? Not really. Literally nothing up here, but that's okay. I think we... Okay, the game stopped me there. This is the guild house, right? So, how about we were in here in the Meldust thing. This is the Abend Bar. Talk about things having weird German names again. Simon, listen to me and listen well. Right now is the time for us to purchase lumber and septium. Ignoring the potential risks, I'm going to buy as much as I can with a budget. Yes, I've already made the arrangements regarding the lumber. I'm looking into the septium right now. Welcome. Oh, Estelle and Joshua. It's been a while, hasn't it, Alyssa? There's something going on today. Could it be that you're on a date together? Yeah, right, we're actually on our way to bracelet training right now. Oh, is that all? Everyone from Sunday school seems to have decided on a career or goal and is working hard to achieve it. As expected, you're a bit different than everyone else, though. What? Is there something wrong with that? No, not at all. I just thought it was very like you to pick the unusual route, that's it. Oh, that's right. Theo decided that she was going to help out with her parents' farm. She even said for us all to go up and visit her sometime. So that's what Theo decided on, huh? The dialogue is generally good and funny. I get so hungry working on the mines. Wholesome pasta? What the fuck is a wholesome pasta? I started working here because the owner said he'd let me manage a bar. After they started the morning and lunch service, however, I've been more of a waiter than anything else. What is wholesome pasta and what makes it wholesome? That's what I want to know. Let's see, yesterday's sales total. Our breakfast service has been going really well. Sometimes my husband comes up with some good ideas. Oh. Yo, Estelle and Joshua, aren't you a pair of early birds today? Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Denzel. In response to the requests of my customers, I started offering breakfast. Today's special is wholesome pasta. It's superbly al dente. God damn it, what makes it wholesome? I want to know. I want a cookie too. Also pasta for breakfast? That's a little bit weird. People in this town don't articulate themselves really well, to me. I have so many questions. Welcome to Hotel Roland. We're here to spend the night. Vern, it's us. Don't you remember? Haha, I know. I was just joking, Estelle. I was practicing my greeting just now. Oh, really? Did you ever notice that Vern teases people with a straight face while being courteous at the same time? It's probably because he can. Interesting. You only have 2 rooms? 3 rooms, I have to say. That's not a lot. But yeah, this town has everything. Mayor's residence. Okay. Honestly, if I'm too obnoxious, please tell me, because I literally, in every game that I play, I literally want to explore everything. And it can get obnoxious at times, I have to say. I'm so busy. This mansion is quite big. I've got the serving, cleaning and washing to do. Mornings are so busy for a maid. Just yell at me, like, yell at me, please move on. I don't want to see this. You know? Oh my god, this is quite big. Mayor Klaus. That is not a good name. Oh no. Is he going to start an experiment? Please don't tell me he is. I don't need any more experiments. Oh, good morning, Estelle and Joshua. Good morning, Maya Klaus. Good morning. I've been hearing great things about the both of you. So you're undergoing bracer training, are you? Having such youngsters sign up by themselves to become bracers and protect everyone is inspiring. I expect great things out of you. We'll do our best. Well, this does seem like it was their first showing. I don't know if... I'll have to check it up later if the director did something before. Or did work on something before these games, really. If it's a first showing, it's probably going to be like... I don't know. Going to be a little bit of jank is a little bit allowed, you know. And just waltzing through, like I'm literally exploring everything to just meet everyone really, and talk to everyone. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning. My, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua, good morning. Where are you off to this morning? It must be tough waking up so early. It's been a while since I saw the both of you. I'm impressed to see you visiting the chapel so early in the morning. Good morning, Father Divine. Holy shit. You were habitually late and played hooky more than a few times during a Sunday school days, Estelle. So have you changed your attitude on life since you graduated? A bit, I guess. It looks like there's a little time before morning mass begins. So how about I give you both a special sermon? No thanks. I'm getting thrown into the mix here. Because you're following me, Joshua, and I talk to everyone. It's almost time for mass. Mylene is already here, so I'd best hurry along. I like how explorable the environments are, even though there's not a lot to them. Like, there's not a lot to find yet. But just the fact that you can walk everywhere is actually quite nice, you know? I think that's it. I think we explored everything. So let's go to the guild where we're supposed to be. Oh. The B button being like literally the menu button is weird. Like the cancel button is literally the menu button. That is a little bit weird. There you two are. Good morning, Estelle. Good morning, Joshua. Morning, Aina. Good morning. They are literally just saying good morning to everyone. Is Shira here already? Yes, she's waiting for you upstairs. Once you finish today's training, you'll finally be recognized as members of the Bracer Guild. Good luck to the both of you. Thanks. We'll do our best. You know, we'll be with these characters for a while as well, you know. So there's a lot of good things in just keeping them around and just exploring, you know. The Star and the Hanged Man, the Hermit and the Magician, and last of all, inversion through the Wheel of Fortune. This is a difficult combination. How should I interpret this? Good morning, Shira. Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua, this is a rare occasion for the both of you to show up so early. Since it's my last day of training, I figured, why not? I'm ready to get the show on the road and become a bracer myself. I'll give you credit for your enthusiasm, but I'm going to work you hard today in every way I can think of to make sure that high-spirited attitude of yours holds up. I hope you're ready. I can feel that enthusiasm dropping already. Quiet, you. Every time I teach you something, you somehow manage to forget it. This training is my way of trying to keep some of that information in your head instead of letting it dribble out of your ears like it usually does. Wow, Joshua, Shira's picking on me. Don't worry, Shira. Let me quickly shut off Discord. Sorry. I don't know why the Discord thing is still active. Fuck. Here we go. I have to make sure in the future that I take better care of not opening this. This is, by the way, I'm playing this on my PC, on my regular PC. That is just hooked into my capture card. While Estelle may hate studying and rarely ever does her homework, acts rashly, is overly naive, and has the tendency to stick her nose into everything. Thanks for the pep talk, I guess. Her instincts are sharp, so I'm sure she'll pick up on how to use an Orbment with some practice eventually, probably. I guess there's not much I can do now except hope for the best. Hold on a sec, Joshua. Some might get the feeling that you weren't standing up for me. Well, that's odd. I'm positive I described all your best traits accurately. Whatever. By the way, Shira, were you not trying to predict... What were you trying to predict with your tarot cards? Your face was really intense. Oh, this? I was just trying to get a vague reading about what might happen in the near future. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have been in the right mindset to interpret the cards correctly. Couldn't read the cards? Now that's surprising to hear. Actually, the more profound the meaning of the cards, the more difficult they become to interpret. But that's not important now. I think it's time we start our final training. I'll give you a brief rundown of all the information you've covered in your previous training. This is the minimal level of knowledge that bracers should have in order to function effectively. And Estelle, make sure you pay especially close attention to what I'm going to say. Yeah. About Orbments, about bracers. Orbments are mechanical devices which operate by using what is known as orbal energy. A variety of effects can be produced depending on the structure and the type of quartz or protested septium installed. Although it's only been 50 years since their invention, these devices play an integral role in all the facets of life, from lights, heaters and other everyday products to weapons, magic and even airships. In connection, this technological reform is commonly known as the Orbal Revolution. About bracers. Bracers are investigative and combat specialists who work to protect civilians and maintain stability in their respective regions. They aid the community in various ways, such as exterminating monsters, preventing crime, finding lost items, and escorting people and goods. The Bracer Guild, which has established branches across the continent, manages the affairs of bracers in each region. The Libel Kingdom, the Kingdom of Libel in which we live, sits... Let me look at the map real quick. There's Bose. That's what we saw. Roland is on to the right there, right? That's where we are. Yeah, the mine's up there. Interesting. That's an interesting map. Sits on the Kingdom of Libel, in which we live, sits on the western half of the Simurian continent and abounds with nature and deep-rooted traditions. Libel is proud to be one of the leading producers of septium on the continent and is known for its high level of technology used to develop Orbments. Orbment technology has also been a key pillar of support for Libel in protecting its independence, as it has contended with neighboring nations. 10 years ago, when Libel was invaded by the Erebonian Empire, it was the use of orbital-powered airships that saved the kingdom from defeat. Consequently, even now our relationship with the Empire is somewhat sensitive, but thanks to the Queen's political finesse, Libel enjoys peace. Interesting. Let's see, since we've got a mountain of stuff to do today, I'll let you off the hook this time with a condensed review. I'm going to speed things up now and move on to the practical portion of your training. Shira? How is today's practical training any different from the training we've done before? Since it's practical, that means you will be experiencing things firsthand. Therefore, I'm going to have the both of you run through everything as if this were a real bracer job. So what you're saying is, there won't be any studying at a desk involved? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. This time you'll have to go out and make a physical effort to accomplish your task. I make sure to have you work up a sweat, so I hope you're ready. Yes, that's seriously just what the doctor ordered. I didn't know what I was going to do if I had to sit another day with my tush parked at the desk. I guess I got all worried for nothing. Well, suddenly you're all bright and cheerful, Estelle. Let's just hope that smile on your face lasts until the end of today's training. Okay, let's get cracking on your first objective, shall we? Let's have at it. Your first objective will be to confirm the details of the job you will be performing. But before that, there's something that we need to give both of you. I know, are you ready? Yes, they are. Alright, you two, go get one for each of yourselves. Sorry, it's just a lot of talking today. I actually do enjoy RPGs with a lot of talking sometimes. These are very important, so make sure you're not to lose them. Bracer Notebook. Bracer Notebooks serve as the official way to record the status of your current jobs. Also, anything you may hear or anything that you may find and where. These kinds of trivial things can often become clues. No matter how insignificant something may seem, always write it down. Understood? Crap, this sounds like it's going to be a pain. Oh? Please tell me it was my ears playing tricks on me, because I swear I only got one response. I'm sure there were two. Keeping an accurate account of events is an important duty for all bracers. So get with the program and stop trying to make this out to be more than it really is, Estelle. Okay, I got it. Make sure you do. Alright then, let's begin. Look over by the door. You can see that there's a bulletin board standing there. First, I want you to go and check the job description posted there. By selecting the job names, you can view the details. Sure. Training retrieval. This training will involve searching the sewers beneath Roller and bringing back the contents of a chest. Okay. Details of the job confirmed on the bulletin board and other important events will automatically be recorded in the Bracer Notebook. The Bracer Notebook can be easily found by clicking the Books tab. Very good. It looks like you were able to see what was posted about any trouble. Checking the bulletin board is one of the most basic functions of a bracer that performs a job. Checking regularly to see whether or not there are any urgent tasks which need to immediate attention is also an important duty for bracers. Man, all this talk about duty is starting to cramp my style. Sure, there are a lot of rules to follow, but there's an equal level of responsibility in the jobs themselves. I think being a bracer calls for much more than just someone with half-hearted attitude. I guess you're right. I'll just have to be more motivated. Is that so? Had a change of heart, have you? You betcha. Well, before all that motivation sneaks off somewhere, let's get to work on your next task. What will we be doing this time? We'll be heading across the street to Mr. Melda's Orbital Factory and learning about how to use its services. He has graciously taken time out of his work schedule to explain things, so make sure to be on your best behavior. Okay. Whew, lots of explanations we're going to get here, I feel like. Here is where you will learn how to use an Orbal Factory services. At an Orbal Factory, you can modify your Orbments and synthesize support quartz in order to use all the Orbal arts. Holy shit. Arts have a wide range of effects, and if mastered can be extremely helpful. Saying arts? Arts? Are we talking Xenoblade? The bracer business is a pretty risky occupation, so the guild has had a long-standing relationship with these Orbal Factories. Anyway, this is about as much as I can explain. I'll leave the technical details to the expert. So Mr. Mellors, if you wouldn't mind taking it over from here. No problem, leave everything to me. So what is it that you would like to know about? Sorry if this is a little long-winded, but I have to get a good grasp of everything, really. Orbments. Orbments are mechanical devices which exhibit an array of effects through the installation of various types of quartz. By definition, that means lights, airships, airship engines and so on are also type of orbments. However, the ones we will be discussing today are battle orbments, which enhance the user's physical abilities and make it possible to use magic. Since each orbment is adjusted to match the owner's personal aptitude, the structures for these devices also differ for each owner. Simply put, the shape of the fixed elemental slots and lines which connect them vary. At any rate, that's a layman's explanation. In order to install quartz, you must first have an open slot. By default, the central slot is open, but the other slots must be open at an Orbal Factory like this. It will take a fair amount of Sepith too. EP, which is needed for magic, will also see a max increase according to the number of open slots. I recommend opening them all as soon as possible. So what is it that you would like to know about? Orbal Arts. Simply put, Orbal Arts are magic, which can be discharged exclusively through the use of battle orbments. In other words, a number of peculiar effects can be produced by using the Orbal energy stored within these mechanical devices. Since Orbal Arts can be a mouthful, they are almost universally referred to as arts. Probably ought to have been called that from the get-go. Probably, yeah. There are several types of arts, but in order to be able to use them, their corresponding quartz must first be synthesized at the Orbal Factory. Orbments are also set up so that once a particular quartz is installed into a slot, the owner will be able to use those arts. The type of arts one can use also changes depending on the elemental value and the combination of installed quartz. Basically, if you want to use water arts, all you have to do is install quartz with a water elemental value. In reality, orbments are much more complex than what I have described, but I think this information should suffice for now. Like me a good battle system that's actually really deep. Quartz. Quartz is circuits made from Sepith. Quartz have a vast number of effects and raise the owner's abilities while simultaneously making it possible for them to use arts. However, you will not be able to harness any of these effects until quartz has been installed into a slot. There are also fixed slots in which only a certain type of elemental quartz can be installed. This being the case, when you synthesize a new quartz, be sure to check your orbment and decide where you will be installing it ahead of time. Okay, Sepith. Sepith are fragments of Septium which are dropped by monsters. They are divided into 7 types: Earth, Brown, Water Blue, Fire Red, Wind Green, Time, Black, Space, Gold, and Mirage, Silver. That's actually interesting elements. I mean, Earth, Water, Fire, and Wind, I guess. Then Time, Space, and Mirage. Interesting. Sepith can be exchanged for Mirror almost anywhere, but at the Orbal Factory can be used to synthesize quartz and open orbment slots in which to install the synthesized quartz. Okay. It looks like Mr. Mellors has answered all your questions. If there's nothing else, then let's have you both try and use the services here. For that, you're going to need some Sepith. Several of each type. With that amount, you should be able to synthesize a few quartz. Now I want you to begin by first making an elemental quartz that will work with each of your particular orbments. In your case, Estelle, any elemental quartz is okay. But for you, Joshua, it has to be a time elemental quartz. Normally at a shop, you would be able to exchange Sepith for Mirror. But for this training, you will not be able to use the service. Where can I check this, actually? Estelle. So this is the Orbments tab here. Okay. Oh, that's actually interesting. If you look to the right, you can actually see them. I wonder what it's going to do. And if there's like certain combinations you can get to make it a little bit more interesting. It's actually interesting. Oh. Modified trade. So we need to get quartz. Attack 1, evade, action. So we need to get a time elemental one for Joshua. Right, and we need to get another element. Just going to use a fire element for this one. Slots. How much does this cost? Slot 2 can be opened. Oh, I see it on there. The Sepith cost that we need. Interesting, interesting. But yeah. I wonder how deep this goes. I hope it has a very deep battle system. Oh, God. Alright, it looks like you were able to synthesize one. Next, I want you to increase the arts you can use. Now install a quartz into your Orbments so that you can use both recovery and attack arts. Okay, let me go back to the Orbments screen. Joshua, and we're going to use this one. Clock up Soul Blur. And for Estelle, Firebolt. Okay. It gives me Final Fantasy VII vibes in the way this works. And I don't know, can we get other Orbments as well? That have like more slots? Maybe. Let me quickly check. Crafts. I'm a little bit confused. Speeds of flow of time, emits a time-space shaking pulse. A little confused on the arts, really. Like, this one's an attack art. I can't open a slot on Estelle, right? No. I mean, sure. Oh God. Holy shit, that's a big bug. I like the UI in this one. Oh my god. That's quite a bit. Do I have to give Estelle a different quartz? Or where do I see this? Should it be in status? Alright, it looks like you have both recovery and attack odds set up. If you balance your odds out between each other like you've done here, it should make dealing with monsters much easier. Additionally, your bracer notebooks contain information about which quads allow you to use which arts. If you'd like to use more powerful arts, check out the arts and quartz charts in your bracer notebooks and find something that works for you. Alright, our training here is almost finished. Last of all, I'm going to have one of you open a new slot in your Orbments. The more slots you have available to you, the broader range of choices you have. Since EP, which is consumed by arts, can have its max value increased by opening up slots, it would be a good idea to open them all early on. Now I want you to use the Sabbath and open a slot in each of your Orbments. Go ahead and decide which slots you're going to open. Okay. How much do I have? I have only enough to open like one for Estelle. Not even enough to open one for Joshua. But now I can equip another Orbment, right? So I can theoretically equip the fire one as well. I see you've managed to open one of your Orbment slots, Estelle. Since your central slot is not limited to a particular elemental, you're free to install any type of quartz you like. This concludes your training here at the Orbal Factory. Now it's time to move on to what you've both been waiting for, the qualification test. Pardon? Did you just say test? You can't honestly tell me that you forgot about the test again, can you? Didn't I remind you just this morning? Haha. Now that you mention it, I vaguely remember some sort of talk along the lines of at the breakfast table. Sometimes I fear for the future of the Bracer Guild and humanity. Oh well, no sense in worrying about that now. Let's head over to the testing area. You mean, like now? I don't know if I'm ready for. How about a little less lapping? How about a little less yapping and a little more walking? Oh god. Joshua, help me! Mr. Melders, Freddy, thank you for all your help. Don't mention it and good luck with that test of yours. We'll be rooting for you. I'm going to remember that you left me high and dry like this, Joshua. All your training has finally come down to this. Your qualification test will begin here. I expect to see you both use what you've learned to this point. Understood? What's wrong, Estelle? Shira? What now? I was kind of wondering, but is there not going to be a paper test or something? Did Cassius drop you on your head as a child or something? Poor Estelle. Honestly, she gets a little bit much flack so far. You just read what it said on the bulletin board not that long ago, right? Yeah, and I even made you jot down what you read in the Bracer notebooks, unless you forgot that too. I'm pretty sure the job listing mentions searching for and retrieving an item from the sewers. Ringing any bells yet? What a relief. Oh, divine ideas. I give thanks to thee for thy infinite grace in bestowing upon us such wonderful gifts as sewers. So what you're really saying is that you thought it was a paper test. No wonder you were acting all crazy back at the Orbital factory. Ah, I can already feel the nostalgia. All these horrible days stuck in classrooms are starting to feel like grand memories indeed. I'm really starting to wonder if we'll even be able to graduate at all. What's wrong with you? Why do you have to go and say something like that when I'm trying to reminisce about positive things? Alright, that's enough jabbering, you two. This is supposed to be a test, so how about the both of you try to at least look a little anxious? Just so you know, though, if you do happen to flunk the test, you don't even want to imagine the kind of homework I have in store for the both of you. We'll be fine. Just tell us what you want us to do and let us loose. Well, if you're so confident, then how about proving that you're not just blowing hot air with the results of your tests? Anyway, as you both saw on the bulletin board, this test will be a search conducted in Roland's sewers. Your objective is to retrieve the contents of a chest, which has been placed somewhere within that area. The layout of the sewers is extremely simple, so you don't need to worry about getting lost either. However, there are real, living, breathing monsters down there, so if you get careless and let your guard down, you will be sorry. Also, let me give you this before I forget. Tierbaum, Monster Guide. What's this book for? It's called a Monster Guide, and it's used to record information about monsters and other opponents you meet. Whenever you figure out an enemy's attributes, you should make an immediate note of it in there. Sounds pretty straightforward to me. He who controls the flow of information, controls the tide of battle, right? That's exactly what I'm saying. You've really got a good head on your shoulders, Joshua. That's some pretty useful advice. Thanks for the tip, Shira. We'll put it to good use. Alright then, let's get pumped. Let's get pumped and knock out this test. Let's. Don't forget though, this is an exam. We should make sure we treat it as such. Are we going to finally get some action? Ooh. Interesting. There appears to be a recovery point set up there. Let's use it if our HP and EP become low before engaging in any further battles. Orbment charging stations are recovery points set up in dangerous areas. Yeah, I get it. Sounds like a plan to me. Monsters at 12 o'clock. Be careful not to let them take advantage of your blind side. Got it. Monsters cannot be seen from far away. They will become visible as you approach them. The conditions at the start of battle will change depending on how monsters engage. Engaging an enemy from behind is advantageous, while being attacked by an enemy from behind is disadvantageous. Interesting. Let's see the battle system. Battle order bar indicates who attacks first. It starts from the top and moves down. Ooh, I like the UI. That would make it good. Interesting. I like that UI. Attack, move, item. We have items. Okay. Attack. Attack an enemy. You may also use it to move if you are using a mouse and click an empty location. The highlighted area indicates the distance a character can move. Selecting a target in this area will move the character to attack. When an enemy is out of range, a thing icon will appear on your cursor. Selecting an out of range target will move the character as close to it as possible, but no attack will be performed. Oh, interesting. So yeah, this one is in range, this one isn't. Okay. Can we just normal attack? Probably at this point, right? Still a tutorial. Okay. So if we move... And Estelle needs to move closer as well. Okay. So far, it seems like a really interesting battle system.
Let's move out.
We'll see how it goes. I like the added combat of like moving around. We'll see. We'll see. Here comes some more. Depending on the enemy, some physical attacks may be ineffective. Let's use arts, not physical attacks. Okay. Arts are effective on enemies that are good at avoiding physical attacks. Arts also make long-range attack possible. EP is consumed when arts are used. EP can recover by resting. Okay. Let's go for it. Arts are effective against foes which are difficult to hit with a weapon. It takes time before arts can be cast. All arts of an element. Determine the element most effective against your foe and use it. Okay. So you have one, speeds up the flow of time. Okay. Emits a time-space shaking pulse. I like the music too. Ooh, that was nice. Crisp onion, huh? Okay, I think I'm slowly getting the hang of things. We'll see. Estelle, let's try using crafts this time around. Since crafts has other effects besides just dealing out damage, they're worth a shot. Roger that. Crafts have range limits but can be utilized instantly. CP is gained by dealing out or receiving damage during battle. Crafts are character-specific skills, which not only deal out damage, but also have a broad range of effects. Interesting. Using crafts consumes CP. CP is gradually gained by dealing out or receiving damage in battle. Interesting. Morale. Support. A shot to encourage allies. Beats an enemy's senses with a series of attacks. Let's use it.
Come on.
Dual strike unleashes a double slash with dual blades. So yeah. There we go.
Alright, we're good to go.
They have little voice lines, but they are kind of not loud. I wonder if I can, in the options, voice is just on. Interesting. So far the music seems good. Camera, free rotation, minimap fixed north, status visible. Interesting. There's a treasure chest. Reviving balm. The chest is empty because of you. Nice work, hero. See? Even the narrators are passive aggressive. So far I've been liking the music a lot. The door is rusted and appears to be locked. Oh, what a surprise! Another creepy thing. I wish there were an easier way to take care of them. One blow using an S-craft or S-break would do the trick for just about any enemy. The catch is our CP has to be at least 100 to pull off one of these moves. These devastating attacks can only be unleashed when the CP gauge is above 100. S-breaks are action which allow S-crafts to be immediately unleashed while ignoring the battle order. S-crafts which are unleashed at S-breaks can be changed by going to tactics and then set S-break. Interesting. Okay, so we just attack for now. These are actions which allow S-crafts to be immediately unleashed while ignoring the battle order. S-crafts which will be used as S-breaks can be changed by going to tactics. Press the break button. What is the button? Is there even something assigned to it?
Here I come.
Okay, these are pretty cool. Okay, let's try this again. So if I use it like this, I can immediately jump into this.
Let's do this!
That is pretty dope.
We're good to go.
You'll have to be quick and you have to select it, I think. It is literally just the OK button. So that's the treasure chest we're after, huh? If we've made it this far, the rest is gonna be a piece of cake. Seems like we've got a little breathing room at least. Let's pay close attention to our battle order this time. There should be a number of ways to get more mileage out of our actions. During battle, there are several bonuses which can be allotted to turns. Turn bonuses have the same effect regardless of whether they are allotted to an ally or foe. Using S-breaks to ignore the battle order makes it easy to jump in and strip an enemy of their turn bonus. Oh god, that's a lot of them. Battle order bonus. These icons indicate the bonus is allotted to the battle order. If a bonus icon appears next to a character's icon, they will receive that bonus. This is heal HP. Sepith up indicates the effects of each icon. So if we just hit these, and I'm going to have Joshua go up to this guy, and he missed. Oh god. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay, I have to really, really dig into this battle system. This one would be next in the turn order. So the bonus moves over to Estelle, because that guy was last, right? The thing is, I want to figure this out as much as possible, if I can, you know? Arts. I think the problem is Estelle needs to really move it like this. We're going after this guy. There's definitely going to be like strategy to this. So yeah, we're going Firebolt on this, on Estelle. With Joshua, I'm going to just move up there to get closer to this enemy. Okay, now he is in range to attack. There's definitely a lot of nuance to this battle system, so I definitely need to dig in at one point. That was quite a lot of enemies, I have to say. You know? Small box. That's weird, there's a couple of boxes inside the treasure chest. The fact that there's not just one but two is kind of interesting too. Wonder what's inside. Remember, Estelle, our mission is to search and retrieve only. I'm pretty sure looking inside those boxes doesn't fall under our mission objective. You're no fun at all, Joshua. This has nothing to do with a mission. It's what I like to call good, honest curiosity. You know we're the only ones down here. We can get away with a teensy-weensy peek, right? If you feel like flunking today's test, then by all means, be my guest. Did you just say the F word? Holy fuck. No, he didn't. Yep, opening one of these boxes could result in an automatic fail for the both of us. If this were a real job, the contents of these boxes would belong to the client. And as long as they were nothing illegal, we would have no right to open them. I know you're right, Joshua, but I just can't help myself. If you absolutely have to know what's inside, why not ask Mashiro when we get back? But for now we need to focus on getting out of here. Alright, alright. Did you just say the F word? The F word being flunking. Game is funny so far, yeah. I hope it doesn't get tiresome that everyone keeps shitting on Estelle over time. Good work, you two. As a rule of training, I'm going to need to confirm the items in your possession. Yep, they're the real deal, alright. I don't see any evidence of tampering either. That was a close one. I figured she would try and set us up like that. Congratulations to the both of you. You have successfully passed your qualification test. You didn't really think something that simple would be a problem for us, would you? So, Shira, what's in these boxes you had us get? That's for me to know and you to find out after your training is finished. That's enough chit-chat for now, so let's get back to work. You two still have some things left to do. Seriously? But didn't you just say that we passed the tests? You still have to learn about how to report the results of your work. I'm aware that you're both tired, but this is no time to shirk your duties. Let's get back to the guild. When is this day going to be over? Oh well, no sense in giving up when the finish line is in sight. Agreed, it seems like we're within reaching distance of our goal. Your final training is how to report to the guild. Whenever you finish a job, it is your duty to report the results of your work to the guild. Reporting how you resolved the situation and steps you took to get there are all part of your job as a bracer. You can report your results to the front desk in each guild branch. As you already know by now, Aina is in charge of here in the Roland branch. In addition, this is where you will be paid for your work. I look forward to seeing great things from the both of you. Now that we're here, why don't you both go ahead and report the results of today's training? Report. There we go. Junior Bracer, 9th class. Interesting. Payment in Mira. Nothing. Good job, you two. It seems like you were able to complete your objective without running into major problems. Another thing to take note of is that depending on how you handle a job, you may see an increase or decrease in the amount of pay you receive. When you report the results of your work to the guild, pay in the form of Mira isn't the only thing you will receive. You will also accumulate points which are known as BP, Bracer points. BP are an indication of your achievements as Bracer. When these points exceed a certain value, you will advance in rank as a Bracer and be awarded with a piece of special equipment by the guild. The ranks of a junior Bracer start at 9 and go all the way up to 1. Please set your sights on making first rank and work hard. The amount of Mira and BP you will receive will be also recorded in your Bracer notebook, so please have a look sometime later on. All that's left to do now is finalize your training. Let's head back upstairs, shall we? I'll talk to you later, Aina, and sorry about putting more work on your plate today than usual. Don't worry about it, training new bracers is important for the future of the guild. I fully intend to work to the bone in any case. To the bone? And knowing Shira, it'll involve a whip. Holy shit. Let me say it again, good work you two. You have now officially completed the entire training course. From now on, you will be learning from your own real-world experience. Well then... Sherazade holds out 2 small boxes. Aren't those the boxes the ones? In answer to your question, yes, these are the boxes you retrieved during today's tests. You seem awfully curious to find out what's inside, Estelle. Are you saying that it's okay if we open them? That's right, but then the both of you have a look and see what's inside. Sweet. Alright, let's have a look. Received Junior Bracer emblem. This crest is... So does it mean we're... Estelle Bright, Joshua Bright. Beginning this day at 1500 hours, you're both hereby appointed as Junior Bracers within the Bracer Guild. From here on, you will work as members of the Bracer Guild to support the livelihood of those around you, defend peace and uphold justice. Congratulations, you two, and welcome into the fold. Did you hear that, Joshua? We've become members of the Bracer Guild. So I'm a Bracer now, huh? I think the realization is only now just beginning to sink in. Come on, Joshua. You should be jumping for joy or running around and screaming at the top of your lungs like this. Look at us now, world, we did it! I was happy until you made my eardrums bleed. I hate to interrupt the celebrations, Estelle, but now we need to take off now. I have some backed up work that needs immediate attention. We understand, you've been spending a lot of extra hours working with us during the busy time for the guild. Before you head out, Shira, I just wanted to say thanks. Likewise, I appreciate all the trouble you've gone through for us, Shira. Don't mention it, training new recruits is one of a Bracer's main duties. Believe it or not, I was once in your shoes a long time ago, when your father Cassius trained me. So that's why I have so much respect for my dad, huh? There's actually much more to it than that, but I'll save that conversation for another day. As for the both of you, work hard to become full-fledged Bracers early on, so you can help guide the new recruits who come after yourselves. And in time, I hope to see you both become respectable Bracers like your father. Anyway, I'll leave you to that thought. I just don't get it. Get what? This is Sherazard, okay, the Silver Streak, one of the most skilled young Bracers we're talking about. So why is it that she holds Dad in such a high esteem? He just seems like nothing more than a no-good middle-aged man who's always out doing who knows what instead of being a father. A no-good middle-aged man, huh? From your viewpoint, it doesn't come as a surprise that you would see him in that fashion. Huh? Never mind. Let's just hurry and head home. We should let Dad know that we qualified as junior Bracers. Right. I like the little corridors you get. You could just get, like, sometimes just... You know, you get to sit on a balcony for a bit. No job listings, huh? Hurry up and come on. Wait for me, Luke. Huh? Oh, it's you two. Oh, great. It's Estelle. Hi there, Joshua. Okay, you little twerp. What's with the "oh, great, it's Estelle" remark? And what's the big hurry? How about telling us where you're headed? You're not thinking about wandering out of town alone, are you? The roads are full of monsters. I hope you know. You're such a pest, Estelle. Holy fuck. Don't you know there's no room for girls to be sticking their big fat noses in boys' business? Quit acting like you're a bracer, you wanna be. Tisk tisk. I wanna say tisk all the time. How wrong you are, Luke. How incredibly wrong. You're more wrong than a fool who thinks they're better tasting milk and libel than the milk that comes from the put. What the fuck, Estelle? What? No way. You're full of it, Estelle. In fact, as of just a few minutes ago, we qualified to become real Bracers. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Real Bracers. More like Bracers in training, really. Don't think you should be getting on your high horse just yet, Estelle. Now, high pony on the other hand. God damn it. Wow, you two are great. I'm so happy for the both of you. Oh, Pat, you're such a good little boy. Unlike the smart aleck and cynical brat you call a friend. This isn't fair. I was supposed to become a Bracer first. I can accept that Joshua became a Bracer before me, but getting passed by the likes of Estelle... Holy fuck, that kid is like... That kid is mean. Holy fuck. What's the likes of Estelle supposed to mean? Just so you know, you can't even be a Bracer until you're 16 years old, get it? Only mature people allowed. And that means no little kids who are still going to Sunday school. I don't know how I should put this, Estelle, but Sunday school is dying to have you back. You better watch out, Estelle. I'm going to train at my secret base, and before you know it, I'm going to be a Bracer too. Come on, Pat, let's go. Alright, I'm coming. See you later, Estelle. Bye, Joshua. Estelle takes so much shit. Holy shit. I mean, at least she knows how to dish it out too, you know. That boy, Luke, he's always trying to pick a fight with me. Just a second, guys. I wonder if he just plain hates me or something. Rather, I think it's the exact opposite. What do you mean by that? Don't worry about it, it's just a boy thing. At any rate, what do you think Luke meant when he said secret base? I don't know why, but somehow it makes me a bit curious. I know exactly what you mean. A secret base sounds really intriguing. The pure heart of a young child can be so inspiring sometimes. That's not really what I mean by curious. Interesting. Oh yeah, Dad asked us to pick a copy of Libel News from him at the general goods store. Alright, completely slipped my mind. I mean, apparently I am Estelle. Hey there, Estelle and Joshua. How can I help you? Did you manage to become bracers? You bet we did. Maybe I should have to start calling me Hyper Bracer Estelle from now on. By the way, Mr. Renon, did the Libel News come in? Yeah, it came in a little after noon. Don't brush me off like that, you two. Oh, whatever. I'll take one copy then. That comes to 100 mirror, please. I know my dad always buys a copy of this magazine, but does it really sell that well? It sure does. The Libel News had an excellent report on camera women who have done great job reporting the latest and most reliable news. They're even supposed to have a running story related to Queen Alicia's birthday celebration. One more thing before you go. This gift is my way of saying congratulations. It's a free sample item I received with my shipment of goods, but don't hold the free part against me. A recipe book. There's a ton of blank pages. It's a recipe book, isn't it? You got it. When you get hurt fighting, if you just limit yourself to healing bombs all the time, it's going to cut pretty deep into your wallets. This is where recipe book comes into play. If you eat food to recover your strength instead, it's basically free. Assuming you have all of the ingredients anyway. So if you eat something new, write down what's in it, and you'll have lots of recipes in no time. So how about we try this out? Go ahead and eat this cookie, Estelle. Well, I have made it a personal rule to never turn down sweets. Learned maple cookie recipe. That's pretty convenient. I would like that in real life. Basically, all you have to do is eat the food to learn the recipe. It's as simple as that. As you're traveling about, you should eat whatever food you come across that you haven't had any opportunity to try before. Well, that sounds pretty convenient. It's not that I don't like cooking at all, it's just that I never seem to get any better. I'd sure love to be able to increase my repertoire and really shock my dad's taste bud for once in my life. That's the spirit. And in passing, if you're in need of any ingredients, I'd be delighted to service your cooking needs. You really know how to solicit your customers, Mr. Renon. Thank you for the recipe book. We'll put it to good use. Eating the recommended dish at restaurants or using to-go meals adds the recipe to the recipe book. Interesting. Restaurants, huh? 2 types of food. Sit-down meals, which must be eaten on the spot, and to-go meals can be carried as items. Sit-down meals, that makes sense. Ingredients used for cooking can be bought at a store acquired from monsters. So that's what we were getting. We were getting like onions and stuff, right? And that's probably something we can use in the bar, right? We can buy wholesome pasta. Oh, recipe book. Olive oil, milled flour, beast flesh. What about this makes it wholesome? It's just a bit of pasta with meat on it. Okay, but before we go off, I'm going to take a short break, maybe around 10 minutes. And when we return, we're going to get into the next part of the story, right? So yeah, see you then. So we are back. So yeah, if you want to see more trails, please leave a like and subscribe, obviously, as always. I really would like to see this become a series that we play and people enjoy, and you know, you can be in chat, you can just stick around. I'd really love to, you know. But yeah, this has been actually the most views I had for the last 2 weeks today so far, which is interesting. But yeah, new games are always going to draw a little bit more attention, I think. But yeah, if you want, just hit the like button and maybe you can subscribe. We're going to play a lot of trails, I feel like, in the future. And obviously I'm going to voice all of it, like I'm going to read out all of the text. I'm not really good with voices though, like that's the one thing that I want to get better at in the future, like doing voices and stuff, but I really can't do like really good voices, and I don't know. Maybe I'll get better at it as I get more confident or something, but yeah. That's something I'm trying to do in the future. But yeah, let's head home. Estelle, Joshua, I'm glad I found you too. Oh, hi, Aina. There's something wrong. You seem to be in quite a hurry. We've got a bit of a problem. Is your father at home today? Yes, he is. He said something about having a sort of... to sort out a bunch of documents. Sorry. But what's going on? You know Luke and Pat, right? Sure we do. In fact, we saw them not long ago. What's wrong? Are they in some sort of trouble? I don't know how to say this, but I just heard from Uni that Luke and Pat ran off to the tower that lies on the northern outskirts of Roland. You mean the tower of Esmelas? Isn't that place supposed to be a breeding ground for monsters? That's what they say. Unfortunately, at the moment, Sherazade is on the other brace of business. So I want to ask your father to bring the boys home safely. What are you talking about? There's no time for that. Joshua and I will go after them and bring them back. I don't know if that's such a good idea. The two of you only just qualified to be junior braces today. With all due respect, I believe that Estelle's judgment is correct in this situation. If the two of us hurry, we may even be able to catch up with the boys before they reach the tower. I understand. I will take the responsibility for whatever happens. As an emergency request from the Bracer Guild, I ask that you lose no time in bringing about the safe return of these children. Roger that. Understood. The Esmelas Tower can be reached by taking the western path at the junction along the Malga Trail. You can get into the Malga Trail through Roland's northwest gate. I'll be on standby at the guild, so if you run into any trouble, you know where to find me. This is our first real job. Come on, Joshua, we don't have time to lose. I'm right behind you. I like the characters so far. I like... I don't know, I like Estelle and Joshua and their banter so far. I don't know if I should prepare for this, really. Oh. Training retrieval. Child rescue. Yeah. Let me quickly check this. Magic 1. Required elements. Single attack. Sorry. Magic 1, 2, and 3. That's quite a lot of info. There's a lot of info here that I don't fully grasp, really, yet. Orbal arts, Orbments, magic setups. Interesting. So we can avoid enemies as well. We should probably start fighting some to get a better grasp of the battle system, right? Let's have Joshua attack this one. Okay, interesting. I also need to have a better look at the turn order here. It's a pretty unique battle system, really.
Piece of cake.
Bonus strength for Estelle. I don't think that transfers into art, right? I mean, you can't just put Joshua in front of Estelle. There we go.
We're good to go.
Okay, there goes 3. Let's have Joshua speed up himself. Really? Need to take a closer look at the bonus turns, really. Yeah, if there's a lot of enemies, it's actually really tough. How much does he have? He's done. Okay. Oh! What the fuck is this music? Does this always happen if you go low HP? It's actually fire. So you can just make this from the recipe book, right? We can just heal from this as well, right? Okay. I take it. We're not going to fight a lot of unnecessary monsters, I think. Reviving Balm. I'll take it. What is this? North Amalgamine. Beware of monsters. Okay, we're going this way. Right? It looks like we come all the way to Esmeralda Tower. I didn't see any sign of them along the trail. So do you think they've wandered inside? It's quite likely that's the case. Let's go in. It looks like we'll need to hurry. Right. Interesting. Let's get going then. It's dark in here. I'm scared. Quit being a baby. We're only on the first floor of this place. Did you hear that? They really did come in here. Estelle, are you alright? Luke, Pat, if you can hear me, answer me now. Those little brats, are they pretending they can't hear me? They might have climbed up to the second floor. Let's hurry and see if we can find them. Interesting. I'll have to see. There don't seem to be a lot of monsters here. So far. Second floor. What are we going to do? Somebody help! Run full speed in the direction of the voice. So rush in simultaneously with Joshua. Here's the thing. Do I play Estelle or do I not play Estelle? I think it's a bad idea. Let's go, Joshua. Right, I've got your back. It's not something Estelle would do, really. But... you monsters, go somewhere else. No, Shu, leave us alone. Chew on this. Estelle, what are you doing here? Joshua, you're here too. Get back, you two. Those monsters aren't playing around. We'll take care of them. Holy shit, the music is good. If an NPC's HP reaches 0, the game is over. Oh, we have to defend NPCs as well. So yeah, we'll have to take care of these two first. Going to jump in front of them.
Here I come.
Also use the same one on Joshua.
Let's do this!
Let's kill this one. This one would be next. Nice one. Where are they moving? This is actually interesting. If you have NPCs as well, you need to protect. No, fuck you. Okay, we got strength up.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Interesting. Like in this battle, we had NPCs with us. It looks like that's that. Yeah, I'm glad everyone's safe too. By the way, that was great timing the way you blitzed those monsters, Estelle. You really think so? Is it safe now? Oh man, that was awesome. You really showed them, Estelle. Not bad for a girl. You little twerp. Ow, that hurts. What are you trying to do to me? What's wrong with you? You even dragged poor Pat all the way up here against his will. It's time to think about what you did today. How you're hurting me. Stop. Said stop it, you violent she-devil. You do recognize Joshua's VA? There's probably a lot of recognizable VAs in this one as well. So this is the thanks I get for saving your neck, huh? Looks like it's time to give you some special discipline. Ow, ow, ow. Alright, Estelle, I'm sorry. Everything's all my fault. Estelle, shouldn't we forgive each other like they teach at school? That brat doesn't need forgiveness, but a little discipline should do the trick. Estelle, behind you. Something with teeth, isn't it? Nice monster. I'm not going to make it in time. Huh? Dad, you came. You still lack skill and understanding, Estelle. You must always prepare for unseen danger by sharpening your senses. That's part of what it means to be a bracer. Dad, what are you doing here? I just happened to be in town and I heard the whole story from Aina. I'll give you points for your quick thinking and taking action to come after the children. But you failed to follow through completely. I really messed up, didn't I? Did she? Sorry guys, I have to do something real quick. I'll continue. Sorry. It's a good thing you showed up when you did. I'm sorry I should have watched your back. That just means you have room for improvement. Constantly working to overcome your weak spots is the key. Understood? So how about we head home, everyone? Can you boys walk? I think so. That was incredible, Mr. Bright. You were like a gazillion times more awesome than Estelle. Haha, of course, I'm her father. Alright everyone, let's file on out of here. I'm with you, Mr. Bright. Who's the glory hog now? I mean, I guess I should be thankful that Dad saved me behind. But why does he have to go and take all the credit like that? It really chaps my hide. What does that mean? Ah, that's just the way he is. After all, he's Cassius Bright. Seems like you've had quite a day. That is just unbelievable. The second we get back to Roland, he says, I'll leave the reporting to you, and takes off for home. The sheer nerve, I tell you. There's no need to make a mountain out of a molehill over it. At least the boys came back safe and sound. Anyway, I think that's all there is to report. You did well for your first assignment. From the details of your report alone, I believe I can commend you both for the job well done. You should be proud of yourselves. You really think so? I know so. In fact, you'll do even better on your next job. If anything else comes up, I would appreciate your help again. Sure. How about we head home too? I guess we better. I've still got dinner to prepare. Would you mind holding on a second? A letter arrived for your father just a little while ago. Unfortunately, since he went straight home, I never got a chance to give it to him. Do you think you could deliver it instead? I wonder if it's more work-related stuff. I imagine so. The letter appears to be of one of our foreign branches. One of the guild's foreign branches. As I'm sure you already know by now, Libel isn't the only country where the Bracer Guild exists. On top of that, your father is widely known across all the Simurian continent, so we can expect these kinds of letters from time to time. If you two would be so kind as to make sure that he gets this letter, I would really appreciate it. Interesting. Ooh. Actually, progression of time. We're going to head straight home. We could probably talk to everyone in the city again. I just don't... You know... if I did talk to everyone again, I would like literally be there in a few hours again. Hey Joshua. Do you think I'm really cut out to be a bracer? Well, you seem to have inherited your father's skill with the staff, and your nosy personality doesn't let you ignore someone in distress. Really? You think so? Sure, but why are you asking? Are you still thinking about what happened back at the tower? Yeah. Because my carelessness, Luke almost got caught in the middle of a dangerous situation. If that hadn't come when he did, he could have been seriously injured. I guess I'm just worried about whether or not I'll be able to stay on top of things in the future. That kind of talk doesn't sound like the Estelle I know. Huh? If we fail today, then all that's left to do is to take back our losses tomorrow, right? Overthinking and worrying about things that haven't happened yet is definitely not like you. Isn't being a bracer what you've always dreamed of? How can you expect to succeed if you let something like what happened today discourage you? Joshua, you're right. This isn't like me at all. I don't think a serious expression really suits your face either. You laughing like a big ditz is far more natural to you. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You're gonna see my angry expression if you keep that up. Ah, okay, I admit our last comment was pushing things a bit. I'll overlook it this time, and thanks for cheering me up. I don't know about you, but I'm so ready to go home and eat. My stomach just started growling like a bear. Maybe glutton is closer to the mark than it did. Interesting. I like the music so far. It's really good, honestly. I'll have to give it a listen outside of the game as well, you know. A bright family house. We're home, Dad. We finished reporting to the guild like you told us to. Good work, kids. The details of your reports will be reviewed at each branch. It will affect your pay and rank advancement in the future. Please make sure that you always remember to do it. Don't worry, we will. And before I forget, I got a copy of Libel News you wanted. There was this letter for you at the guild too. Handed over Libel News and letter. A letter, huh? Well, I'm going to get cleaned up and start dinner. Oh, and Dad. Thanks for coming when you did today. You really helped me back there. I see you're being rather gracious today. Papa said happy. How delightful that my daughter has finally understood what a great man her father truly is. There's no need to hold back, Estelle. Come and jump into your father's loving arms. In your dreams. I swear, the men in this house have one thing in common. They never know when to shut up. I guess she's not as depressed as I thought she'd be. Should I be thanking you, Joshua? I didn't do much. I just gave her a push in the right direction. Estelle's a resilient girl to begin with. Yes, she is, but she still has a long way to go. She'll run into more than just a few stumbling blocks in this line of work. And overcoming this obstacle is what will teach her to stand on her 2 feet. There's that soft side of yours talking again. Oh no, our egg's supposed to explode like that. God damn it. I guess I shouldn't have gone in expecting to make a perfect meal in a single try. No way, cooking is supposed to be a passion. Exploding eggs are passionate, right? Now once more. Holy shit. That daughter of mine can sometimes be a little too passionate. I think I'll go help with dinner. We don't want the curtains to catch fire again. But at this rate, there's no telling when can we expect to have a bite of food ready from the dinner table. Are eggs supposed to explode like that? Is like a favorite thing of mine. Alright then, let's see what this letter is all about, shall we? Cassius cuts the letter seal. Are we going to see what it's going to be about? A message from the Erebonian Empire. What? Oh god, the chairs. Oh my god. Wow, this is a surprise. The new dish is what I call Estelle's explosion of rice. Fuck. I'd actually like to recreate something like that in real life. Holy fuck. Explosion over rice. Sorry, but I'm a chef and this whole food business is like really, really great. I like it. I like it a lot. Be sure to savor every last morsel. I will. Your cooking this evening is excellent. My compliments to the chef. But here's the thing. How do you make eggs explode? That's the only problem I have to come up with. How do I make X explode? This is a raw talent at its best. Today certainly has been a busy but great day nonetheless. We qualified as junior bracers, had our first real assignments, and I didn't even lose... Oh god, I accidentally skipped over it. Not to mention the food being delicious. For a first attempt, this dish is actually quite edible. At first I thought I might have to pitch it out the window when you weren't looking, but it seems that technique won't be necessary tonight. Sometimes you're just so despicably rude, Dad. Don't you know how to be humble and just say something tastes nice? That's honestly true. People are very rude to her all the time. Alright then, how about this? Boy, I never thought I'd be able to eat something wonderful like this before I had to leave on business. Honestly, how can you not be like Estelle when everything's just dunking on you 24/7? You made a splendid meal, Estelle. Thanks, Dad. Wait, business? Are you really leaving again? Yes. Something unexpected came up. This time I'm going to be away for a while. Hold on a minute. You're leaving? When? Tomorrow morning. What? I don't care what kind of job you're doing. That's just too soon. It's about the letter, isn't it? Was there some sort of incident? Oh, it's nothing like that. It's just a simple investigation. I have to visit a number of places, so it'll take me about a solid month before I'm through. That being the case, please take good care of the house while I'm away. What do you mean, that being the case? You always use some vague excuse like that and take off for who knows long. We have to accept it, Estelle. A bracer's job is to help those who come to us for help. I know, but what are you going to do about all your jobs here at Roland Branch? You've already accepted a few of them, haven't you? Oh, only about 5 or 6. So I was thinking, Anne, how about the both of you handle them for me instead? What? Are you really asking us to do the work that you're supposed to be doing? That I am. I'll have you do the ones which I think you can accomplish. And then ask Sherazade to handle the difficult ones. So what do you say? I mean, sure. Sure, of course we will. You're okay doing these too, right, Joshua? Yeah, no problem. Looks like a good way to get some experience as a bracer. Then it's settled. I'll stop by the guild and let Ida know about the change of plan before I leave. Alright, I'm starting to feel more determined than ever. We'll have to bust our tails with these jobs so we don't tarnish your name while you're gone. Oh, Estelle, my beloved daughter. Papa is so proud. Oh, my dear Lena, who art in heaven, can you see our daughter now? Our little Estelle has grown up to be such a lovely young woman. Face it, Dad, you're getting old. If people lose their trust in you at this age, you might as well just throw it in the towel forever. I mean, she does clap back, actually, quite often. I'm only helping you out because I'm your daughter, and I have the duty to pay you back for the last 16 years. I'm only 45, and what's more, I'm very likely the most active member of the entire guild. Not bad for a pair of comedians. By the way, Dad, which flight will you be on tomorrow? The one headed for Gransel, or the headed for Bose? I'll be the one headed for Gransel. My flight departs at 10 o'clock in the morning. That means I'll have to get up a little early tomorrow. I better set my alarm clock just in case. I don't know, do the randomly disappearing chairs not frighten you? Dad? Are you still awake, Joshua? You better hold off on the liquor or Estelle might get mad again. This is just my way of lifting my spirits before I travel. How about yourself? Would you like to join me for a drink? I'll pass. Actually, what I should be saying here is, don't offer alcohol to minors. I'm not like Shiro who would jump at any chance to enjoy a drink or 10. Yeah, that's because she holds the liquor much better than I do. There's something really serious happening, isn't there? There's no conclusive evidence, but there appears to be some sort of movement within the Empire. The Erebonian Empire? That sounds pretty suspicious. This movement doesn't appear to be overt, but that's what has me worried. I intend to do a little probing at the Erebonian embassy to see what turns up. Understood, I'll make sure to look after Estelle while you're gone. Don't you spoil that girl, you hear me? Now that she's become a bracer, she needs to learn to look after herself. Estelle will be fine. She's got good instincts, and despite being a bit rough around the edges, she has talent with staff as well. There's no doubt in my mind that she'll be a first-class bracer someday. Yet at present, she's like a babe in arms who knows nothing about the realities of the world around her. At some point in time, she'll have to choose which path to follow in life. Sorry if I'm stumbling across my words a little bit more often. And Joshua, the same thing can be said for you too. It's already been 5 years since you become part of this family, hasn't it? How time does fly. Yes, it sure does seem that way. About what you said back then, are you sure you won't reconsider taking these words back? For me, keeping my word is what defines who I am. If I can't do something as simple as that, I don't know how I could live with myself. I know this may sound stubborn, but I can't take back what I said. I'm sorry. There's no need to apologize. But I'd like you to remember this. No matter what path you choose in life, you can't erase the past 5 years. Estelle and I will always be a family, no matter what may befall you. Thanks, Dad. Interesting. It's only been 5 years. A father's love, a new beginning. Prologue. Interesting. But yeah, we'll have to end soon. Sadly. Well, it looks like it's time for me to board my flight. Estelle, don't do anything I wouldn't do myself. I'm trying to be a handful for Joshua. What does that mean? Like, what does that even mean at that point? For the umpteenth time, I heard you already. How about you try not to go overboard yourself with your own work? You're not getting any younger, you know. Say what you will, but I'm not about to be overtaken by any youngsters. Sherazade, I'm really sorry about placing all this work on your shoulders at the last minute. Please don't be. I'm slightly concerned, however, about whether or not I can do a decent job in your place. There's no need to be humble, Silverstreak. And I don't mean to make your life any more difficult, but please keep an eye on these two. You just leave that to me. He's tightening up the reins and not spoiling these two fine with you. You definitely understand the way I think. What's this all about? It looks like the mutual understanding between master and pupil. The Gransel-bound airliner Linde will be departing shortly. All passengers, please board the airship now. Uh-oh, I better take my seat. That's an interesting airship. Have a great trip, Dad. We'll take care of everything here while you're gone. What do we want to say? Hurry back. When you're done with your work, make sure you come straight home and no goofing off. Is that any way to see your beloved papa off? Oh well, I'll try my best to come home as soon as I can. Alright, you two, be good while I'm gone. It's actually really interesting. Like, the tech doesn't seem to be like hyper futuristic. The technology in this. It doesn't seem like hyper futuristic, really. He's gone again. Yeah. Come on, you two, there's no need to look so down. Your father will be back in no time. I don't know what kind of investigation he's been asked to do this time, but when it comes to your father, he'll have it done before you know it. I'm not sad that he's gone. He's always been away more than he's been at home. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, I'm going to get to work on those jobs your father left for me. But if you run into any trouble, give me a holler. Will do, but first I'd like to try and finish a few jobs with Joshua. I want to see what we're capable of doing as junior bracers. Alright, if you insist. I imagine that with Joshua tagging along, there's probably not much to be worried about. Good luck, you two. Thanks. We'll do our best. So what do you want to do now, Estelle? Shall we go stop by the guild? Yeah, we should probably talk to Aina and find out what happened. What jobs are waiting for us. Let's go. But yeah, I think it's very interesting because this game doesn't seem to be held back by constraints of the times, really. Because it's a PC game, it's straight up made for PC. It doesn't seem to have been held back that much by the technology of the time, really. It's very hard to pin down the style that we're going for at this to a certain time period, which is really interesting because usually, you know, if you play a Wii game or an Xbox 360 game, you'll notice that it is from that era, which I don't seem to be able to do with this game. Really. I'm going to save. Interesting. But yeah, we'll continue this next time, obviously. It's very weird. Oh my god. How many save states do we have? I think they overdid it with saved slots. They kind of overdid it with save slots, I feel like. Not sure. But yeah, Interesting. But yeah, I'll try my best to get this thing going. Let's go back to this. Here we go. Thank you so much for joining today. If you want to see more Trails content, please leave a like and subscribe as usual. If you subscribe and ring the bell, you're not going to miss any of my other content and any of my other playthroughs. This game will continue next Monday. The haunted chairs, yeah. This game will continue next Monday. And this is going to be our Monday and Wednesday game, as usual. Tomorrow, we're going to enjoy Retro Game Thursday. As much as possible. Retro Game Thursday, we're going to play Metroid 2 tomorrow. We're going to try to finish the game. I don't know if we'll be able to do it, but I'm going to try to do it. Then on Friday, we're starting a new game with the Minish Cap. Our early morning game is going to be the Minish Cap. So get ready to enjoy that as well, because the Minish Cap is a really, really good game. And if you've never played it, I'd really say you should join. You know? You should probably join the stream and check it out, because it's a really, really great game. It is on Nintendo Switch Online, so... So yeah, if you've never played it, I definitely suggest you do. One of my favorite games, really. But yeah, we have a new Monday and Wednesday game. With Trails, and I'm super hyped to get into it. It's going to be tough, because I cannot judge the game right now. Right now, like, it's going to be a little bit of time before I can judge the game for what it is. obviously, because this is the start of the game, and so far it's been a really slow start, so I can't really judge what is going to happen. Like, obviously we are now doing jobs and stuff, and that system is set up. We'll probably visit different places or whatever, and so far not a lot of stuff has happened. It's going to be interesting how long it takes for the game to get going, really. I'll probably ask that in one of my Discord groups, how long it takes for shit to hit the fan in this game. Because it feels like this is a series, and it is a series, like Trails in the Sky is like 3 distinct games. So it probably takes a while for the first game to get going, because there's probably a lot of setup that happens between those 3 games. It's kind of like Xenosaga, right? Where the first game is more of a setup to the other 2 games. And it's probably going to take a while to get going. But we'll see what happens next time. I think maybe after next week, after the Monday and Wednesday stream, that's like 6 more hours into the game. We should probably get somewhere, hopefully, you know? But yeah, again, thank you so much for watching today's stream. It was a lot of fun. And we're going to continue with Trails. Tomorrow, Retro Game Thursday. On Friday, Minish Cap. I want to stream on the weekend so we can finish Axiom Verge. That would be great if we can. But I don't know if we can yet. But if we can, I want to finish Axiom Verge this weekend. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see all of you next time. Trilightning out.